Good evening. Today we are going to solve a problem that is on two-way continuous slab. In last video, we have solved a problem that is on two-way slab, but that is discontinuous on all edges. So now here we are going to consider a typical plan of a floor of a building, and we are going to design from this slab S1 and S4. Now these slabs are monolithic over the beam. That means we know we have that as restrained slabs. Now if we will go Ly by Lx, then we have this will be 5.6 will be my Ly value, that is 3 plus 1.3, 1.3. So 3 plus 2.6, that is 5.6. Upon we have Lx as 4. So we have this value less than 2. So we have two-way slab. Similarly, if we will go here, so we have longer span as 4, we have shorter span as 3, and then we have this value again less than 2, and therefore we have this also two-way slab. So S1 and S4, we have both slabs as two-way slabs. So now first step, we have effective span. So width of support is 230, and this is less than clear span, that is 3770, because we have 4000 center to center distance minus 230, that is width of support, and therefore it comes 314, and which is greater than 230. So we have to use clause number 22.2, where we have two points. One, that is effective span at center to center distance between support, and second we have clear span plus effective depth, and whichever is smaller will be considered. So now maximum span we have to consider for slab S1 we have 4 meter, and slab S4 we have 3 meters. So we will go for 4 meter, that is center to center distance. So this is L effective from first criteria. Then we have trial depth, L effective upon D, 26 into modification factor, and we will get 4000 upon D. We got this value as 113.96 millimeter. Adding 20 millimeter effective cover in it gives us overall depth as 133.96 millimeter. So we will provide overall depth 140 millimeter and effective depth 120 millimeters. Now from this effective span, we have second criteria, which is clear span plus effective depth, and we have 4 minus 0.3, that is clear span, plus 0.12 is effective depth, gives us 3.89 meter. So we have minimum of 1 and 2, and that is 3.89 meter for slab S1. For slab S4, we have again 3 minus 0.23. This is again my clear span, and plus 0.12 we have effective depth, and that comes 2.89 meter. And effective span for S4 is 2.89 meters. So 3.89 for S1. For S4 we have 2.89 meters. Now load calculations: total load, dead load plus live load. Dead load, self weight of slab plus floor finish. Self weight of slab 25D, so gives 3.5 kilonewton per meter square. Floor finish is given 1.5 kilonewton per meter square. So total dead load goes to 5 kilonewton per meter square. Factor at dead load, we have 7.5 kilonewton per meter, assuming unit width of the slab. Similarly, for live load, we have 4 that is given, and factored live load 6 kilonewton per meter, assuming unit width. So total factored load, we have 13.5 kilonewton per meter. So WUD and WUL will require separate only in IS code method, that is for continuous slab, one-way continuous slab. Then we have bending moment calculations. So now we have slab S1. So we have that comes under case 4, that is 2 edges discontinuous from table 26. And for slab S4, if we will see, then we have 3 edges continuous, 1 long edge discontinuous. That comes to clause number 3, that is 1 long edge we have discontinuous. So now from this, we are going to calculate the coefficients, and from that coefficients, we are in position to calculate the span moment and support moments. So now we will go for slab S1. So we will go Ly by Lx is 1.4. So alpha x value depends upon Ly by Lx, but alpha y we need not require to go for Ly by Lx, because alpha y value that are given only in one column. So this 11 column, this is for alpha y, for all Ly by Lx ratios. Now we will go value, that is alpha x, we have 0.053, alpha dash x, which is support moment 0.071, and similarly we have these values. Now if we will plot these values, then you can see we have 0.071, that is along short span at support, then 0.053 we have at mid span. So you can see this value. Negative means we have that is at support, and positive means we have that is at mid span. So this is at support at mid span. Similarly, we have 0.035, this is at support, and 0.047, that is sorry, 0.035 at span moment, and 0.047 at support, that is shown over here, 0.047, and then we have 0.035, that is span moment. And by using this value and by using these formulas given in IS, we are going to calculate bending moment. At mid span of short span, we have 0.053, gives us 10.83 kilonewton meter. And for long span, we have 0.035, is 7.15 kilonewton meter. And similarly, we can have at support, for support moment along short span, we have coefficient 0.071, and that will gives us value as 14.50, and along long span gives 9.6. So we have these values. Now this value maximum we have 14.50 kilonewton meter in slab S1. Now we will switch over to slab S4. So now we have Ly by Lx 1.33. So we have to interpolate between these two. So now we will interpolate it for 1.33, and that uses alpha x as 0.059. And alpha dash x, we will get it as 0.045, which is at support. So now if we will show these values, then you will see 0.045, this is span moment, and 0.059, that we have support moment. Then for along long span, you can see 0.037 support moment and 0.028, that is span moment. And by using this formula, we are in position to calculate the bending moment. So at mid span of short, along short span 5.07, that is bending moment. At mid span, long span 3.16, at support 6.65, along short span, and along long span we have 4.17. So maximum value of moment we have 14.50, and for that value we will check depth from bending moment. So design constant as usual we have 3.45, and then D required for this criteria, for bending moment criteria, is 6.83, which is less than 120, therefore okay. Now reinforcement we have along short span. Along short span we have D to the center of reinforcement along short span. So that is 120. And therefore if we will take D as 120 and calculate AST value, it comes 351.98 millimeters square. We will calculate AST minimum, and that is 168 millimeters square, which is less than 351.98 millimeters square. We have to take always maximum of the two, that is AST required and AST minimum. So we have 351.98 millimeter. So we will use 8 millimeter diameter, and maximum diameter allowed is 17.5 millimeter. Now AST we have 50.26 for 8 millimeter, and gives a spacing 8 millimeter diameter at 140 millimeter center to center. And AST provided we have 359 mm square. So this is we have maximum AST that is required we have. Then we can go for along long span. So value of mu we have. Now along long span, if we will see, we have D as 112, and then for this we have 9.6 kilonewton meter, and for this we will get AST 246.53 millimeter square, and from this we will get AST minimum same 168 and required 246.53. Maximum we have to take, and from this we will calculate spacing of 8 mm diameter bar, which comes 200 millimeter center to center. Now AST provided is 251.30 millimeter square for spacing 200 millimeter center to center. So now you can see this, we have these values of the moment, values of the AST required. You can see So we have this will be slab S1, and for slab S1, short span bending moment 10.83, 14.50 at support. For long span 7.15 and support 9.60. And from this we are going to get this value. So we have this will be 359, which is maximum at support along short span for S1. So bracket value shows spacing required, and this value shows we have provided spacing. Here we require AST required. This is less than AST minimum. So we have this 160 as AST minimum. So bracket values are less than AST minimum. So we have to go AST minimum for S4 for all cases, mid span support for both short and long span. So AST provided is same. We have 173.33. So 8 millimeter diameter bar we have used, and we have this is the spacing which we have provided. Now check for deflection. Maximum AST we have 359, for which modification factor is 1.4, and requirement we have, that is for deflection 106.87, and we have provided 120 millimeter. It is O. Now torsion steel we have seen that we have to provide 3/4 of AST max, and that is in the region 1/50 of the shorter span, and that is top and bottom. So we have to provide total four layers. So 2 at top and 2 at bottom. Now you can see we have, these are the corners. So first we can see at corner A, we have to provide 3/4 of AST max. If we will go to corner B and D, here we have to provide that value, that is as 3/4 of AST max for S1. Now for S4, we have H and G, where we have to provide half of 3/4 of AST max for S4. And corner C, E, and F, here we have both edges continuous, so we need not require any torsional reinforcement. So try to understand this. This is most important. A, we have both edges discontinuous. Then BD and HG, we have one edge continuous, one edge discontinuous. And CEF, we have both edges continuous. So if both edges continuous, we need not require any torsional reinforcement over there. Then we will go for slab S1, that torsional reinforcement, and then we have same steps, and that will give us spacing of reinforcement as 8 millimeter at 180 millimeter center to center, and size LX by 5, which is 780 mm by 780 mm. Corner A, we have to go 8 mm 180 because both edges discontinuous. B and D, we have one edge discontinuous, one continuous, so we have half of that, so 8 mm at 360. As corner C is continuous, so torsional reinforcement is not required. This is for S1. Now, if we will go to S4, then we have 3/4 of AST max, and then it comes 8 millimeter diameter at 380 millimeter center to center. And then we have size 580 by 580. H and G, we have one is discontinuous, so we have to provide the 760 center to center. So 760 means we have to only go for 4 bars. So we have provided 1 bar that is at center, and therefore we have taken this instead of 580, 290, that you can see over there. E and F, again we have both edges continuous, and therefore no torsional reinforcement is required. Now you can see this. So we have slab 8 millimeter diameter, slab S1, short span at mid span 190. So we have that is along short span and 190 for mid span. If we will go to the support, we have 148 mm again. So 140. Now you can see I have shown that 1 bar that is smaller one. So we are going to curtail it 0.15 from this side and 0.25 from this side, because this is discontinuous edge and this is continuous edge. Here we have 0.15L, then we have alternate 0.3, then 0.15L. So therefore we have shown in this fashion. Now if we will go to long, then long mid span, we have again in the same way 0.15L from discontinuous, 0.25 from continuous. Similarly for support, we have 8 millimeter 200 center to center. Similarly, we can go for S4, slab S4, we have short span 290. Here we have same all, because our minimum steel is greater than AST required. And therefore, if we will see these values, then we are going to get same values over there. So we are in this way. So at support, we have these two values, and therefore we are going to provide at support this value, because this will use AST more than this, and therefore we will provide at support 8 mm at 200 millimeter center to center. Now we can have this torsional reinforcement 3/4 AST max 180, but if we will go over here, then we have double 360 over there, so we have 360. Now actually for this it comes 580, but it's not possible, so we have provided 580. We have the mesh, square mesh, but we are going to consider center to center distance as per calculation, that is 760, and then it is not possible, so we have provided 8 mm at 290, that has torsional reinforcement. Then we at these three, we need not require to go for any torsional reinforcement because these are continuous on both edges. Now we are going to be with a section, and we have that section in this way. And in this, what we are going to see now, try to understand this. Long parallel to long span will be below, and above this we have uh, short span we have below, and long span we have above this one. So now as we are taking this section, so we are going to get these bars which are mid of short span, we will get it as dotted one from this side when we will see from this side. And when we will see from this side, long span bars we are going to get full. And therefore for S1, we have bottom bars will be dotted one, and long bars will be, that is reinforcement along long will be larger one. So below we have dotted, above we have long bars. And if we will go for here, then in this we are going to get along short, that will be full bars. And these bars, if we will see, which are along a long span, these we are going to get it as dotted. And likewise, we have shown these bars in cross section, and you can see this. So we have shown this as 290 we require. We have shown it as 580 because we have alternate bars we are going to curtail from center of the support. So you can see this. So we have these bars in S4. Already I mentioned, in S4 we are going to get along short as full and along long dotted and reverse one over here, and therefore we have shown in this fashion. Then if we will go to this, then we have 8 mm 190 which are along short, and we have this alternate we are going to show there. So it goes to 540 because one bar we are going to curtail, one will be to the center of the support. And therefore if we will see, we have this will be 0.15 L, and from this side 0.25 L. So these values we have multiplying by 2890 for S4 and 3890 for S1, and we are going to get these values from discontinuous 0.15 and from continuous 0.25 L. Now support we have 8 mm 400, so 8 mm 200 we require, but again we have alternate. That one we have the 0.15 L which will be 440, 840, but keep in mind these we are going to consider the distances. These are from face of the support. So this should be very careful. So these are from face of the support. And similarly we have for this, that is 0.3 L. And then we have at supports that will be taken at 0.1 L, and we have taken this as 290 ml, and these are provided as minimum steel. So same way we are going to be over here, that is for 560 millimeter 0.1 L. So likewise we have to provide these bars for reinforcement. Now these both we are going to be minimum 8 mm at 290 millimeter center to center, which all bars we have for S4 slab. So this is all about your two-way slabs. So we have seen continuous also, and we have seen discontinuous on all edges. That is case number 9. So this is all about your slabs. And then next time we will go with staircase video. So good night. Thank you.